everyone, this is Narwhal Gaming. I am Doug, the Monkey Man himself, and today I am playing Kerbal Space Program, a space-based video game that uses real-world physics. We are here at the Kerbal Space Center itself. We have the vehicle assembly building, launch pad, we got a space plane hangar, we got a runway to launch said space planes. We got the satellite system over here, and the tracking station. We got our engineers and all the nerds over here, an astronaut complex, and the administration building. This is where you start off in the game. I am in sandbox mode, so everything is open already. There's no tech tree, nothing costs money, and nothing is permanent as far as damage or deaths. I'm going to show you the basics of Kerbal Space Program and do a simple rocket launch. So here we go. Here we are inside the vehicle assembly building where we build the rockets. When you're in career mode, you're not going to start off with all these parts. You're just going to have a simple space module, command module, which may look familiar if you're all at all familiar with NASA. Zoom out. So that's where your Kerbal knot will be placed during the launch. And you're only going to have a basic parachute and one small solid fuel booster. This will be the basic of the basic when you start off. And then I am going to do what every newbie does. We're going to go right to the launch pad, and I will show you how to fix this common mistake. Okay, here we are on the launch pad. We got our rocket here. We got Jebediah, who's inside. Space complex in the background there. And then when we launch off, we're going to start heading to the east, which will give us a parabolic arc, which is more safe for flight. You don't want to go straight up and straight back down because you're just going to you're going to crash, basically. We'll skip that part because it takes several minutes. But we're going to turn on control, so we get these little control nods. Knob. I forget what they're called. Anywho, we are going to hit spacebar to launch. Nope. And look at that. What happened? Our parachute came out. Why did that happen? Now, I'm embarrassed to admit that this happened to me probably a dozen times before I figured it out, because the game doesn't really explain it a whole lot in the beginning. You kind of have to figure it out yourself. Yeah, we'll just skip the landing here. We'll just escape, bring up the menu. We're going to revert back to the vehicle assembly building. And over here on the bottom right, you'll notice we have staging. Staging is where the boosters and everything come off and parachutes get launched. All that good stuff. So we're going to make an extra stage. We're going to grab our booster, put that down in stage 1. Parachute is in stage 0. Now we're going to launch. Okay, here we are back on the launch pad. We got our very basic rocket here. We got Jebediah in the cockpit ready to go. Our staging is now on the left hand side here. Stage 1 is our booster. Stage 2 is our parachute. And then we are going to turn on stability assist. And then we're going to launch and immediately start heading towards the east. So here we are, spacebar. Boom. Boom. Get a nice parabolic arc here. See, you want to be a parabolic arc so that way when you're coming back down, you're spending more time in the atmosphere to slow down. If you go straight up and straight down, it's just, if you gain too much speed, you're just going to crash. I could show it, but it's just, straight up, straight down. There we are. See, our parachute here is red, which means do not use because it's too fast. And then we are still climbing. As you can tell by this vertical speed indicator here, the arrow is pointing up, meaning we are going up, and it's slowly falling. It'll go to 0 and then down, which it's doing right now. And now we are falling. I'm going to click to a retrograde profile. And since we are so small and we don't have much of a cross section here to slow ourselves down, I'm going to launch the parachute now. If you have a larger airplane with, or a larger rocket with more space, you can wait a little bit longer. But I am going to turn off the SAS. And the parachute is applying some drag to keep us slowed down. 260 meters per second. And it'll fully open at 1,000 meters. Nice shot of the KSC over there, some mountains in the background. Some islands. There's another airfield on that island. There we are. Parachute's open. And you can adjust settings. You can have the parachute open a little sooner. I mean, this 100 and some odd meters is a little close to the ground. Before it slowed down to 6 meters per second. That's a little scary. And the heavier you are, the sooner you want to slow down. 10 meters and splash down. Okay. Jebediah, get out, get some fresh air. You can get off and swim if you wanted to. At this point, you would start collecting science, science of where you are in the water and temperature and all that, whatever your tech tree is unlocked. Different various experiments. And then we go here, recover vessel. And this is where you collect all of your points, all your monies and your science points, your experience. But being that we're in sandbox mode, we don't get any of that. So there it is. That's Kerbal Space Program in a nutshell. You can build larger space shuttles. You can build space planes. Any configuration you want, really. There are 2 moons that circle this planet. You can explore both of those. There are several planets in the solar system. Let's get to tracking station here. Thank you, Gene. Here's the Kerbin. There is the moon. There's the sun. There is the second moon. And you can explore all of that. Zoom way out here. There are comets. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 planets in the system to explore. Each planet has its own moon. At least 1 moon. Some have several. This is Duna, the equivalent to Mars. And that is, what is this, Ike? Yep, Ike. To explore. So there is a lot to do, a lot to teach you about space exploration. And yeah, the learning curve is steep, but it's very fun. And I've got several thousand hours into this game. I used to be a brute force player, but the more I learn, the smaller my ships are getting, and the further I can go with them. So yeah, when I'm watching SpaceX doing their things, I understand a lot more about what's going on because of this game. So I highly recommend. Until next time, this is Doug with Narwhal Gaming. Okay, let's meet our crew here. These are your starter Kerbals. We've got Jebediah here, Valentina. These two are both pilots. And we got, who's this, Bill? Yeah, Bill. He is the scientist, I believe. And then we got Bob, who is the engineer. Or it could be the other way around. I don't remember which one's which. But yeah, you start off with these guys. They are hilarious. You can watch them, their different attitudes and emotions as they go through a flight. They get scared. Some of them enjoy flying around recklessly. But you can hire more pilots and engineers and scientists at the astronaut complex as you need them. If you are in career mode, I believe there's no setting, but yeah, once your Kerbals die, they're gone. So yeah, you gotta be careful. There's probably a cheat where you can get them back. That's not cool. Yeah, they like to, what is that? Is that dabbing? Whatever the kids are doing these days. So remove that neck ring. There we go. So yeah, these guys can get out at a certain point, or after a certain point during your career mode. So you can get out and take soil samples and do EVA reports and all that, more science stuff. But that's all for later stuff.